Hi and welcome back to my playthrough of Great Western Trail using the solo variant provided by Will Gherkin. I really didn't do much progress in the first episode of my playthrough here, but I for sure did two mistakes. One mistake was in respect to Brisco's movement. I think at some point in time I only moved him 2 spaces instead of 3. I think I was really counting the starting space with the movement speed. But yeah, I think this is something I will repair this episode, so let's move in one step ahead. And my second mistake was that I have to pay the transport cost when I delivered my cattle to Colorado Springs. Right now, this is my engine, and I'm crossing 1, 2, 3 of those red crosses in order to make it to Colorado Springs. And this means I have to pay 1, 2, and 3 bucks. But now we should be good to go. Let's start our next round with Brisco. And here he will move forward 1 space and then he would take the lowest valued cattle card. Okay, he will move 1 space ahead, always taking the shortest route to Kansas City. And then he will take the lowest valued cattle card. And the value is always counted in respect to those victory points here. So let's take this Holstein cow here. And that's pretty much the end of his turn. Okay, then it's back to us and we have a chance of getting to a train station earlier than Brisco. So I think let's try to do that. So let's move ourselves here. We will take this action for sure. Right now we only have 1 engineer. So we move 1 space ahead. We are not counting spaces that are occupied by, let's say, enemy or hostile engines here. So we are basically 1 step short of reaching this train station here. And with a second action, we will do this auxiliary action here. We can do a one-time, a single action, or a double action in this case. As I have the double action here, I get basically no $2 for that. So that's not too bad. $2, I will certainly take those. Then it's Brisco. Okay, he will simply move forward 1 space, and this brings him pretty much here. Okay, back to us. I think we want to get here because I want to have 1 hazard token, or basically I need 2 hazard tokens. So yeah, let's go here. First of all, I will do this action here, discarding 2 cards that are basically of the same kind. In this case, this will be 2 Black Angus. So therefore we get $4, and this time I will take the second action here. So I will pay now $7. So I will take 5 from my personal supply, add 2 more. And this now allows me to grab any of those hazard tiles here. And as I paid $7, I will definitely go for the highest scoring one. And I think this is either this or that. And I think right now I will favor this one because this will give me the opportunity to maybe place a building up here and getting an additional action that's printed here. So that's 4 victory points for us. That's not a bad thing. And if we are able to get a second hazard token and a blue tippy, we would score an additional 3 points at the end of the game. Last but not least, we will refill our hand. We have exactly 2 more cards. Then we have to reshuffle our discard pile. And here, 2 Guernseys, 1 Dodge Belt, and 1 Jersey. Okay, back to Brisco. Let's see what he gets. Move forward 1. That's kind of okay. This will be the shortest route. And take highest value objective cards. You must be kidding me. So in this case, he will go for this, that, or that one. I think I don't fancy this one too much because I already have an objective card with hazard tiles. And green tippies is cool. These are 2 buildings, which is also solvable. This is also kind of okay, but this seems to be a pretty tough one. So he will go for this objective card now. We will simply put it onto his victory card pile, and keep in mind he does not have to fulfill those goals. So he just scored 5 more points. And Will told me that he's currently also working on a variant where you can somehow set your difficulty level. And he admitted that this one seems to be the hard mode, and I totally believe that. So let's see what additional card we got. Oh, this is also nice. That's nice. These are 2 buildings and 2 discs on train station. This is really solvable. I should really consider going for this or that one here. Okay, then it's back to us, and this time I will definitely go and buy some cattle because I have cowboys. Cowboys is my strategy, so I will go here. I already discarded my, what was it, Black Angus, so I cannot do that again, but that's fine. I can still go for the second action here, and this allows me, yeah, to buy some of those cattle cards. And what cattle cards I buy and for which price I will be able to buy those cattle cards is dependent on the amount of cowboys on my board. So right now I'm at 2 cowboys, and with 2 cowboys I could go for buying 2 level 3 cows for each $6, so $12 in total, which is a lot, and I don't have the $12. Or I could go for this one here, so buy a level 3 cow for only $3. That's much better. Or I could buy a level 5 cow here worth $12 here. Right now there aren't any 5 cows available, so I don't need to think about that in any way. And right now those are the highest scoring cows, and I think I want to get one of those, and my card pile will be reshuffled in a basically instant, or I think one of my next turns. So I think this is definitely worth taking it. So there is a chance I get this cow right into Kansas City. So let's go for it. Let's put it on the discard pile, and of course we still have to pay our $3. This also gives me 3 more victory points, but still I'm nowhere close at Brisco scoring. But that's already the end of my turn. So let's see what he does. He will move 1 step forward. Again, he will take the shortest route to Kansas City, so he will definitely make it here. And he will also take the highest valued TP. And right now that's pretty much this one here. Normally in order to get this TP you would have to pay $2, so -2. This blue one for $3, but he doesn't pay anything. He just grabs this TP, and he can later on use it to help him scoring this Station Master tile, for example. But of course he first has to claim the Station Master tile. But for now he will simply keep this green TP. Okay, then it's stage 1. I get to choose. I think I will go for this drought here, and we'll place it onto this track here. This track is now full. It can no longer take any more of those hazard tiles. Then it's this stage here. I think this time I will go for this craftsman. This is relatively cheap to high, which is good. And then he will go here, and I think he will go for, no, this doesn't matter, to be honest. Doesn't really matter. But already have 2 more cowboys on the track. You know, let's go for the engineer. I will place it here. Then he will go there. He doesn't do that. He will deliver. Last time I forgot to deliver, but this time I won't. Let's grab one of the discs with a white background. Right now it doesn't really matter, so let's get this one. Let's place it on Santa Fe. Now he has basically this on both of those cities, so this ability will now trigger, and in this case he will go for the highest value objective here again. Wow, I really hate that. He already grabbed green TP from me. I need more blue TPs, to be honest. So I think let's give him this one here. Let's replenish right away, and so he just scored 5 more victory points. And then, last but not least, he will start all over again. Then it's back to us. I think I really should build again. Yeah, let's do that. So let's move over here. This time I will discard Dutch Belt. This will also let me reshuffle my deck, which is a good thing. Therefore, I will get $2, but I will spend those $2 to immediately build another level 1 building here. This one is a pretty helpful one because it has a green hand. So whenever Brisco will move over it or land on it, the bank will pay me $2 in a normal multiplayer game. The other player would pay me $2 in this case. And when I land here, I get $2 for each building that's currently next to a forest. And here I really did a very stupid mistake, as I haven't built this house here next to a forest. This was definitely a very stupid idea, but yeah, I will not take it back as I've already used this building at this spot. But at least it is another victory point at this point in time, but I still have to pay my $2. And of course, we must not forget to replenish our hand. Okay, here we see another Black Angus. That's not bad. Okay, Brisco's turn. Move forward 1. He will go here, take highest valued hazard. And I think I will give him this one here, because this really gives me some room here, which is definitely a good thing. And I just noticed I forgot to replenish the track up there. Let's do it right away. Ah, come on, another landslide. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Do we have here another craftsman, and here is another cowboy. Pooh, okay, let's see. Okay, back to us. I will definitely move here at building A. I will first discard one of those currencies, and therefore I take $2. And then I will hire another cowboy here for $5. I cannot afford a second hiring action, which is kind of a pity, but I will do it anyway, because with my next cowboy I will be allowed to get one hazard tile for free basically, which will then help me to fulfill my starting objective there. Okay, let's draw up another. That's not good, that's not good. And then it's Brisco, and damn, I hate him. Okay, move forward one, that's not a problem. So he will end up here, and now he would move his train up to 3 spaces forward, and I really hate him for that, as he now may take this train station here. The rules are now pretty unclear, because they say if train is ahead of your train, stop at a station and gain the tile if possible. But right now he's not ahead of me, and if he moves here he cannot go back to the train station, but he could go 1, 2 and 3, maybe to this next tile. So in this case I'm really not sure, but I will play it as mean as possible. So I think I will really move his train here. This may be really completely wrong, let's say, decision from my side to play it this way. Maybe the card is not supposed to be played that way, but let's do it anyway. So first of all, yeah, he will not pay. He will just place one of his white discs here. Doesn't really matter which one, so he will score an additional victory point. But this one is a problem, because he will take one of his workers, really doesn't matter which one, and this allows him to grab this station master tile. So for each pair of green and blue tippies, he will now score an additional 3 victory points at the end of the game. Okay, then it's back to us again. This was really a downer. Okay, I will move here. Now I could choose to take a TP tile, or I could move my engine, and I think this is what I wanted to do. So I will pay $2, and this lets me move my engine 1, 2 spaces ahead, which is good. So I just crossed 3 of those red crosses, so it's getting much cheaper to deliver cattle at a later point of the game. Then I will be allowed to basically take the auxiliary action. I again could go for the double auxiliary action, but I think in this case I will go for this action here. So unfortunately I can use it only once, so now I will be allowed to draw 1 card, and discard it later on. So I think in this case it may not really make much sense, but I will discard the Guernsey at this point in time, because there is still a chance to get rid of one of those jersey in order to move my engine 1 space ahead. Okay, then it's Brisco. Move forward 1. That's good. So he, or the bank, will now pay me $2 because of that green hand, which is good. And then he would take the least expensive worker. And right now, that's this guy here. Right now, I really don't have a good hand, so I'm not sure if this is a good idea or not. But I will now go here. There, I will discard 1 Jersey cow. This allows me to move my engine 1 space ahead. Unfortunately, I don't have a Dutch belt right now, but I'm still allowed to draw an additional card. And now we got the Dutch belt, but this is okay, because again, we have a relatively good hand right now. So that's 7 points of transport, 7 points of money, because I will be able to sell all of those cards in Kansas City later on. Awesome. Last card from Brisco's deck. Of course, we reshuffle the AI cards later on, and here it says move forward based on current speed, which is 3. And I really hope I do this right this time. So 1, 2 and 3. Yeah, he will move here, so he will basically, wow, maybe in Kansas City before me, but no, that's not true. Of course, my very next move will lead me to Kansas City no matter what. So I will now reshuffle those AR cards. And then I will move into Kansas City. So I will go for the highest scoring, yeah, Rockfall one. Let's place it here. The next space, I think here I will go for another cowboy. So this will push down this one here. If we make it over this line here, we will see new cattle at the cattle market, which is a good thing. And here, yeah, it doesn't really matter. I'll go for yet another cowboy. This time I will not forget to refill that supply up there. So here's number 1. That's a flood. Don't really need this one. For 2, we see another engineer. And for 3, what do we have? Yet another engineer. Okay, let's move into step number 4. We will sell our cattle. We have 4 different cows. That's $7. But I think in this case I will spend my certificate. So this makes it now $8. So I just now get $8. I will deliver to a white border city. So in this case, I think I will go for this disc here. As I had $8 worth of delivery, I can now deliver it to Santa Fe. I cannot deliver a second time to Colorado Springs. This is only allowed in Kansas City or later on in San Francisco. But all those cities in between only can have 1 disc from each player. Of course, I still need to pay $1 because there is 1 red cross here. So I will pay that right away. And also I get 1 of those objective cards. And as I've already have 2 of those buildings, I think, this one is also good, to be honest. No, let's go for this one because this would let me move my engine, which is good. This objective card goes right into my discard pile, so I can play it later on as any standard cattle card, for example. Right now I don't have it on my hand. Then I will go back to the start of the trail. But of course I still get to draw my hand of 4. Jersey, Dutch belt, another jersey, and yet another jersey. Wow, that's really a weak hand, but there is a good way to get rid of those jerseys right at the start of the trail. Okie dokie, back to Brisco. Oh no, the train card again. Oh man, you must be kidding me. Okay, in this case, he will move 1 space here. This is still the closest or the shortest path to Kansas City. And again, we have the same situation here. 1, 2, and 3. So he will go there no matter what. And I think, yeah, I will keep playing as mean as possible. Maybe that's not the idea of this variant, but he will grab this disc here too. I could go there too. That's not forbidden, but of course, as long as this space is blocked here, I can no longer go there. So let's go with 1, 2, and 3. He will place a white disc there. Again, doesn't really matter which one. Unfortunately, he just got another worker, so he will replace this one here. And pretty much for each, you get victory points later on based on the amount of his workers. Right now, this one isn't that interesting anymore. I really want to wait at this point in time. Doesn't really help me. So I will now go 1, 2 spaces down there. I will discard 2 jerseys. This gives me $4. And now I could really think of paying $7 for another hazard tile. But my next cowboy will give me 1 for free. And yeah, I think I will go for that. So I will raid now, so I will not take the second action here. But of course, I still have to draw cards. Wow, okay, my powered up cow is in my hand. That's kind of an okay hand. I should be able to get rid of that Dutch belt up north there. Not too bad. And I think I will play it at least 1 more round. So maybe I will complete the Kansas City phase for Brisco. Before then I will call it a day for today. So let's see what he does. Okay, he will move forward 1. So this will bring him into Kansas City. And there he will take the highest valued cattle card. And here he gets an additional 3 victory points. Can you believe that? Okay, let's place the hazard. And I think in this case, I will go for that one because I have a plan. So let's grab this. Let's place it onto that hazard area up there. Here I don't really matter, so let's go for the engineer. Let's place the engineer here. Now we have pushed this game end token over this yellow line, and this means we will see 4 new cattle cards, so basically up to 7 in a 2-player game. So that's 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, that's something we can live with. That's not too bad. That's really not bad at all. But he's not done yet. He will go here, and I think I will go for an additional cowboy, who we will place here. He will pretty much skip this and that step. Of course, we will still place his disc, and the next disc can be placed onto Albuquerque, so basically a black bordered location. And in this case, we will go for the movement one. Always go first here, so he will then be able to move up to 5 spaces. And of course, he will also score 3 more victory points. But what's still bad enough, he will place the disc here, so he gets an additional objective card. And I think he will go for this one here, but for him it doesn't really matter. He just scored 5 more points. Okay, let's complete the round. And yeah, I think I will skip this one. This would give me $2 right now, because this is my only building that's close to a wood. I really messed this up. So I will go here. Again, I don't have a Black Angus, which really sucks. 1, 2 spaces here, but I can still take the cattle action there. And as I have currently 3 cowboys, I can basically do this action here. So I get 2 level 3 cows for only $5, which isn't that bad. So I will go for, but should I go for different? I should really go for different colored cows in this case. Really, in point wise it doesn't make sense, but I still want to deliver different kinds of cows to the cattle market in Kansas City. So I will go for this Holstein and the brown Swiss here. So I will pay $5. Let's grab those 2 cows and put them in my discard pile. So that's 3 more victory points, and this is pretty much what Brisco does with one of his cards, to be honest. Wow, this will really be a very, very tough game. But I think I will end my playthrough for today. I'm really not looking good, that much is clear. So this is really a very, very tough opponent, and I'm really looking forward to see some tweaks in respect to the difficulty level in this solo variant. So I'm really curious to see that, because it really makes sense. It's just incredibly difficult, to be honest. But let's see how things turn out. I really hope you are still enjoying this. I really hope I haven't made too many mistakes. As usual, keep me aware of those, and I will try to correct them as much as I can. And yeah, hope to see you soon in one of my other videos, and until then, bye bye.